What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Music MindFrame coming to you live and direct, and you are now entering Vibe City. And if you haven't already subbed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, as we got some banging 2K content on our channel. But hopping right into it, today we're going to be talking about NBA 2K18 in relation to their eLEAGUE draft pool selection process and what should and shouldn't happen. Let's hop into it. Now, in a prior video, we discussed 2K stepping into the esports world with a brief introduction to the 2K eLEAGUE. And we also speculated on if being immortalized in 2K17 meant having first dibs on a draft slot in the draft pool. Now, although this would be a cool idea, do you think this would be healthy for the sake of the eLEAGUE? Now, one thing that could be said for sure is that the 2K eLEAGUE could possibly be game-changing if done correctly. And if being immortalized truly means a guaranteed spot in the pool, then a lot more ballers will be trying to hit legend leading up to the release of 2K18. Keeping this in mind, let's think about the quality of ballers in the park compared to the quality of ballers in proam. It's night and day because proam forces you to play logically and smart if you want to walk out with a W. Meanwhile, the park stresses street style flash, crossovers, crazy finishes, in combination with the use of park cards. Now here's an idea. The park and proam must become completely separate in regards to qualifying for the eLEAGUE, in the sense that since the league is 5v5 already, then your accumulated accolades and stats from proam will make you eligible for the draft, or even to be picked up via free agency by a team. If, and that's a big if, okay, if this was the case and the only requirement, then I could definitely see the park become less occupied and proam become the preferred choice for online play. I mean, come on, there's people that have grinded to legend in NBA 2K17 with the promise of being immortalized in 2K18, and they don't even know, we don't know, what being immortalized truly is yet. But if 2K actually came out and said, look, we're looking for players not from the park, strictly proam, best field goal percentage, assist to turnover ratio, rebounds, all that stuff. If they're looking for that and they made it known that you could only be involved in the eLEAGUE if you're playing proam, park is going to be dead, because the chance to be on an eLEAGUE, on an E-team, could change your life. And that's something to think about. Now let's also ask this question: which type of players would be in high demand at the beginning of the draft? In my opinion, a solid point guard that can control all aspects of the game is the simple answer. The type of guard that can pull up, drive, create space, and drop dimes. But let's say that player or those type of players are already selected. What would be the next essential player? How about a solid big man that knows when to pick, knows when to dive to the Baja, knows how to properly box out correctly, knows how to do the dirty work? And if his back to the basket game is the truth, then you could be set down low with the total package. Now, that could be a pipe dream since the majority of bigs are one-dimensional typically, but if you are one of those type of bigs that can positively impact the game as mentioned, your name could possibly be called come the draft. With a guard or a big that commands the double team comes another building block on a solid squad, and that's spot up shooters. Shooters such as Ray Allen, Klay Thompson, you know what I mean? Shooting will always be in high demand, but if you can play both ways, then you've got the advantage over those one-dimensional players off top. Now, real quick, in the comment section below, I want you guys to list the 5 types of players you would be seeking for your eLEAGUE squad, from the 1 to the 5. Do you want a playmaking point guard at the 1? Or a small forward, point forward at the 1 for that extra height? Do you want a sharp at the 2? Or a slasher at the 2? A lockdown at the 3? Or what? So on, so on. You get the picture, man. Again, let me know your perfect lineup below. Now, this should get very interesting. I want to see this. Now, when it comes to the eLEAGUE, boost should not be allowed. That's a no-brainer. But also, all the dribble exploits should also not be allowed. And here's how it's possible. And this is where the separation between the park and proam comes into play. If you want to be a dribble guy with your hop jumpers and normal fives, cool, you head to the park. You want a speed boost? Head into the park where there are no limitations to what you can do. But once you set foot into Pro-Am, set foot into the eLEAGUE, those broken animations are disabled. And it simply comes down to straight up basketball. And that could be the separation that 2K and the 2K community needs. In regards to dividing the two, anyone that was able to catch the 2K tournament knows how good the Pro-Am players did and how bad some top park players did. And again, that's where the divide comes in. You might be a beast on the park, but when you head into the Pro-Am, totally different story. And of course, vice versa. Now, we're still in the early stages of receiving information in regards to the eLEAGUE, so hopefully as we get closer to the release of 2K18, everything will become crystal clear to us. Also, hopefully, and this is a big hopefully, hopefully 2K will be one step closer towards cutting the cheese out of the game. Or, at least as we said before, dividing up the park and Pro-Am for designated playstyles. But look guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want more content like this, drop me a like. Let's try and get 200 likes on this video. The last two hit that mark, surpassed that mark. Let's try it again, man. Third time's a charm. 200 likes and we'll have some more content and discussions just like this. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But for now, it's your boy, Music MindFrame Vibe City. Y'all know the deal. Make sure you keep it locked.